this is your part 3 of integration series. In this part, we are going to learn about integration by parts. So, what integration by parts is? Suppose you are having two functions u and v, right? And you got to integrate these functions together. Integration of integral u v dx is nothing but u integral v dx minus integral du by dx integral v dx का whole dx. Okay, if you will remember this thing, so you will be able to tackle various integration problems within minutes. So I'm going to give you basic examples to help you understand this concept. Before coming to an example, firstly we'll have to understand that which function has to be taken as first function and which function has to be taken as second function. In order to help you understand this, I am going to write an acronym. It is nothing but I, L, A, T, E. So this is your order in which you will have to select your first part of integration by parts. Okay, so I is nothing but inverse trigonometric functions. L is nothing but logarithmic functions. A is nothing but algebraic function. T is nothing but trigonometric function. E is nothing but exponential function. Suppose you are having two functions, let's say inverse trigonometric and exponential. So in that way, you will have to consider inverse as the first part of the integration by parts and exponential as the second part of integration by parts. Suppose a question has been given to you, integral of x sine 3x dx. Okay, so before assigning first and second function, we'll have to understand I, L, A, T, E. Okay, so you will understand this is nothing but A and this is nothing but T, right? So you can see that A is lying above, so we will consider this as first and we'll consider this as second function. Okay, now we can proceed with our calculations. So you know, if we are considering as u, so it will be nothing but u integral v dx minus integral du by dx integral v dx का whole dx, right? Now, if I will calculate this, what is integral of sine 3x? Integral of sine 3x is nothing but minus cos 3x by 3. Okay, and this is nothing but integral of, it will turn out to be 1, and integral of sine 3x is nothing but minus cos 3x upon 3. Okay, now we'll have to again integrate it further. Okay, and it will, there would be c because you have reduced an integral sign from here. So it will be nothing but minus x cos 3x by 3. Okay, and it will turn out to be plus, and what is integral of cos 3x? It is sin 3x by 3. So 3 into 3 will turn out to be 9 and it will turn out to be plus c. So answer to this problem is minus x cos 3x by 3 plus sin 3x by 9 plus c. I am going to give you another example for your better understanding of integration by parts. Let's say the question is integral of tan inverse x dx, right? So you will see that it is only one function, that you will consider that that there is no requirement of integration by parts, but in this case also you can do it by integration by parts. How? Through substitution. Let's say tan inverse x, consider tan inverse x as t. Okay, when you consider tan inverse x as t, what will be x? X will be nothing but tan t, right? So what will be that dx? Dx would be nothing but sec square t dt. Okay, dx would be nothing but sec square t dt. Now I am going to put these values here. So it will be integral, what is tan inverse x? Tan inverse x is t. What is dx? Dx is sec square t dt. Okay, now you can see that it has been reduced to two functions. Now again we will see ILATE, right? Again we will see ILATE. So this is algebraic, we'll write A here. So this is trigonometric, we'll write T here. So you can see that A is lying above T, so it will be the first function and this will be the second function. Now in order to solve this, again we'll apply integration by parts. So it will be nothing but u integral v dx minus integral du by dx integral v dx, okay, का whole dx, okay. So this is how you will expand it through integration by parts. So this is t. What is sec square t? Sec square t is nothing but tan t, okay. This is sec square t is tan t minus, it will turn out to be 1. So we'll get minus integral of tan t dt, and then you'll get one integrating constant here because you have to remove an integral sign from here. So what is integral of tan t, right? As I have earlier told you, the easy trick to remember this is tan is nothing but sine upon cos. Tan is nothing but sine upon cos. So whatever is in the denominator, you will write this along with log, right? So it will be t tan t, right? So the answer 2 is minus log cos, so it will turn out to be plus log cos t plus t, okay. Now we have converted x into t. Now since we have got our solution, we will convert from t to x. So what is t here? T is nothing but tan inverse x, okay. What is tan of t? Which will be tan of tan inverse x, so which will be x only, it will be x only, okay, plus log of cos t. So this is a very important thing here. This is the very important thing. How will you write cos t, right? You know that the value of tan t is x. How will you write cos t here? This is the main thing. So you know, we'll make a small triangle here, right angle triangle. You know that tan t is x. What is tan t is x? I'll write this as x upon 1. I'll write this as x upon 1. This is p and this is b. You know, this is perpendicular, this is base. So I'll write p as x and base as 1. So the hypotenuse will be nothing but root 1 plus x square, okay? Root 1 plus x square. So what will be the value of cos t? Cos t would be b upon h. Cos t would be b upon h. I'll write at 1 upon under root 1 plus x square plus c, okay? So while you will be giving many competitive examinations in which this option might not be there, other option might be there, so we'll have to arrive at other solution also, okay. So this will remain the same thing, x tan inverse x, but this can be modified further. I'll write plus log, I can write this as nothing but 1 plus x square raised to the power minus 1 by 2, right? I'll write this as minus 1 by 2 plus c, okay. So my final answer will come out to be x tan inverse x plus or minus. You know that to understand this step, we need to understand a property of log. Log m raised to the power n is nothing but n log m. So here you can see the power is minus 1 by 2, so it will come out to be in the front like this. So n has come out to be in the front, so this power will come out in the front. So it will be minus 1 by 2 log 1 plus x square plus c. So in exam you will be having this or this as an option, so you will correct any one of them, whatever is available in your options. So this is how you can see that how integration by parts is very useful tool to integrate two functions. I hope you have enjoyed this video. If you have enjoyed this video, then hit like and share it with your friends. Thank you so much.